Okay, cool. All right, Team Adams training, February 12th. What's up, everybody? Who's all on the leadership call? Me, I was. I love Brad and Michelle. Brad's my buddy. But I don't know, have you guys ever seen Brad Heyman's before photo? Like the one where he's in like the hospital bed and he's got like the air mask on and he just looks like just looks rough. Just looks like he's in bad shape. And then to see him now, that's awesome. But I always love that story. He talks about that he went to that incentive trip that Michelle won to just poke holes in the whole thing. And then here they are, integrated presidentials. They just moved to Florida from Baltimore a little while ago. I saw that he's just loving life now. So I love seeing that. But so tonight, actually, we have a little celebrating to do with one of the amazing coaches that we all get to work with. And Tammy, I'm just going to kind of let you just share your story. Just go as long as you want to. There's no have to go 5 minutes, or you could go less or more. And then I really didn't plan a lot. I just have just a couple things I've been thinking about. And I had a conversation that's probably been like a year overdue Friday with Lisa Castro. And so if anybody knows who Lisa Castro is, that's just a scary conversation in the first place. And so, and for those of you who don't know who she is, eventually you'll learn. And she is like the ultimate question asker and just peers into your soul and all that good stuff. So there's a couple little takeaways that I had. I'm not going to share everything because it was actually kind of a deep conversation, but I had a couple takeaways from Friday that I thought I'd share with you guys. And then if anybody wants to just hop on and share anything after Tammy talks, and I think we'll just kind of have a little bit of an open mic session tonight. All right, Tammy, I'll mute myself. It's all you.
All right. Hey, guys. How's it going? So today is a super big day for me in more aspects than one. We'll start off with the big thing is that it is 1 year ago today that I said, yes, I am enough that I need to do something for me. I will tell you right off the bat, and I just said this in a share call, anything else I've ever done, I've made it 3 days and failed. And even when I saw Kate, the first time I saw her December 23rd, and it took me till February 12th to say, okay, fine, that's it, I'll do it. So that was roughly 6 weeks. And believe me, I tried everything in 6 weeks. I tried to meal prep. I tried to go to the gym. I tried everything and consistently came back. So a couple of thoughts over my last year. Kate will tell you right off the bat, she didn't think I needed to lose any weight. I didn't have a massive amount of weight to lose. I lost 24 pounds. So your first key, first tip I will tell you is don't ever count anybody out, because you never know how that person feels. You don't know what is going on in their head, how their bad habits are, or anything. So don't ever count anybody out. Second part is sometimes I shock myself that I was able to afford it, that I made it work. And if people want it that bad, don't prejudge them. Someone contacts you, be like, oh, they'll never be able to afford it. You don't know what goes on in their Kate, you're making me cry. You don't know what goes on in their financials before, or what they'll do to get something that puts themselves back into important in their life and feeling how they really want to feel deep down. So don't count anybody out, and don't try to determine whether or not somebody can afford it or not. When I started coaching, I got a lot of no's, or not yets. Lots of them. It's at one point, Kate was like, okay, I think we've done enough share calls. And I'm like, no, we haven't, because I don't have my 5 people. And it was a constant, okay, I had the drive. I wanted this so badly. I wanted to help people. I wanted to be able to provide for my family. I skipped over a whole entire part. I told Kate I would never coach. So 3 weeks, I fell in love with the program. So always offer that. Also, don't count anybody out. See the theme here? Don't count anybody out. You always will. And sometimes you'll have that coach come along that will surprise the heck out of you. People that you never even expected to coach. Don't count anybody out. Also, you don't know what other people want. So maybe if they decide they want to coach and you want to share this amazing gift with someone, maybe they want to help a couple people and maybe they want to help 30. Just kind of help be that person for them. Just as your health coach was for you, be that person for them. Kate is a complete rock star, and we are so incredibly blessed to be on Team Adams, because I think we all are very strong together in this amazing community. But in that same aspect, lean into your mentorship team. If you want more, you need to be voicing that to your mentorship team. If you aren't talking to them, they don't know what you want. So they're going to, our entire goal is to help build people up. And not ever have I been a part of an organization that focuses so much on building people. And that's exactly what this is. And my life is incredibly fulfilled now than I ever have been. There's going to be good times. There's going to be bad. Kind of to go off of last week's Team Adams. Sometimes it's amazing. You have people just jumping out of the woodwork and, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Other times you're really going for those conversations and digging into people. Some people jump right away. Some people wait 6 months, or even still to this day haven't taken what we have. And my mom, of all people, I told her I was going to shove a fueling down her throat. It's just, some people you can be a little stronger with, some people you can't, but they really have to want it. You're going to have clients that jump on and they say they want it, but do they really want it? Are they making the choices that what they should be making? And if they're not, reach down into them and talk to them. It has to come out of their mouth. You can't want it more than what they want it. So dig into them and that aspect. And if they're making those bad decisions, you need to talk through those decisions. Why are you choosing this? What is it that you want? Exactly, Tabitha. We can't make people eat the fuelings. Can't make people stop making bad decisions. It has to come out of their mouth. They have to want it. And just, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where clients cancel their order. You're going to want it more than people want it. We've had clients drop, and it breaks our heart all the time because we want it for them. But again, they have to want it. And I'll go on my last moment. So Jason, I'll give you a whole lot of time to talk. Not ever in my life, I've tried many things to try to find something that is fulfilling. And this has done so much of that for me. It has completely changed my life, my physical life, my mental life, and my financial life. It is amazing. So if you really want something, keep it as the focus of your life. Really live your life out loud, because when you really start living out loud, people are going to want what you want. I was that person that fell into negativity. I think it's kind of embedded in my family genes, as we would go to the negative side of things. Now, I'm a completely different person today than I was a year ago. A year ago, my mom told me, back to my mom, she told me, man, you are nice. And it was just one of those, I let myself fall into those bad moments, and I stayed there for days on end, and I just was not happy with life. This has completely changed every aspect of that. And then the bigger part of my super celebration today is that I announced to my full-time peeps at work today. I broke about 170 hearts of senior citizens when I told them that my last day will be on Thursday. I have never seen more grown men cry in my life, and it was so hard. But I did tell them that now that I'm able to have some free time in my life, that I would love to be a part of their life as friends rather than staff, so I can really get to know them more and volunteer my time with them when I want to rather than being forced. So that's off my soapbox. Thank you.
That's perfect. Kate, you want to follow up with anything on that?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you might.
I was trying to be so incredibly quiet, even in the chat. It's so hard. So, just real quick to touch on some of the points that Tammy just made. Tammy's a freaking rock star because guess what? She never gave up. She wanted it so bad, and never count anyone out. Tammy came out of the woodwork. Tammy and I had met one brief moment prior to that December 23rd meeting. You never freaking know. So listen to absolutely everything that she said. There's a reason that she has built her business so far as quickly as she has. Lean into your mentorship team because honest to goodness, we don't know unless you tell us. We are blessed to be part of Team Adams because honest to goodness, you guys, we are building the best, strongest, widest businesses at the paces that we need to make it to the top and be sustainable for that long haul. So really, really dig into your mentorship team. That guy with the beard, smart guy. Okay. We should really all grow beards. Let's not.
Yeah, Brian.
Sorry, Brian. I meant the other one. The Illinoisan. I don't know. So yeah, I won't keep up all the time, but gold. And I was crying twice. And I love you, Tammy. And my nose. Okay, love you. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Kate. Love it. Love it. Well, you know what, though? I love just celebrating people because I love celebrating people winning. That's what I love. That's what I love about just what we do anyways, is we get to be a part of, even a little part of somebody winning. So we have a new client, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about her story. She fell off of a cruise ship. She fell down 27 feet and landed on a handrail of a tugboat and was like, so, I mean, she was supposed to be dead, basically. So she has struggled with her health ever since then. And so she just finished week 1. Now, like, as far as numbers, it wasn't like she lost like 10 or 15 pounds. She lost 4 pounds this week. She's sleeping better. She's on less ibuprofen every day because she took herself off all the medication she was on. And like, I'm like, oh, you lost 4 pounds. I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, dang it. Like she has a lot more to lose. Like, oh, shoot. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. And I'm like, you know what? It's not what I think. It's about how she feels. She actually was able to sleep through the night for the first time in years. Like, I mean, this is what we get to do, guys. How cool is that? So, all right. Actually, I think you said this a couple times here. Don't count anybody out. You never know when it's the right time for somebody. You never know, like, what people have going on in their life, even from coaching or client. People have things going on. And I'll be honest, sometimes people use that as an excuse. But sometimes it is. It's just not the right time, and things will happen. And, things are probably going to eventually happen to all of us, so we can just lean on the mentorship. And, like, if there's something going on with your family and you're like, guys, I need help. Like, I have just got so much going on right now. I need help. Nobody's going to know it unless, like Tammy says, you reach out, and Kate says, you reach out. Was anybody in watch the hot seat from Friday? Was it Friday? Yeah. Oh, Dee, you dodged a bullet on that one, huh? You get in the next one though. And I did too, because I thought I was gonna have a share call, but it was the wrong time, and so then I didn't do it either. So that's fine. But Dan said something though, because obviously Dan is my coach, and I understand that sometimes it doesn't get back as quickly because obviously he has 10,000 messages going. But what he said, was he's like, if you don't tell me what's going on with your business, he's like, there's no way I can know. Like, I can't just watch every single person's business. And even if our teams are a little bit smaller and starting out or whatever, wherever you're at, if you just get that like mindset now and just, have that conversation and constant conversation. I love seeing like all these message groups going back and forth. I love that because I know people are inspired, people are moving, people are doing things. Even if there's a problem, I love that because, hey, if there's a problem going on, that means somebody's doing something. So if you don't hear anything, well, probably not doing anything, probably not helping anybody. Let me see. Don't make up the story for anybody else. That was probably one of the biggest things that I heard. I think Eric Hunsberger told me that one time. And Tammy, you just said that, like, do not tell yourself, oh, they can't afford it. They can't do it. I had a share call with a lady today, and she's like, her first response to the price was like, oh, I really want to do this. I honestly cannot afford it. And she told me like her work situation. She goes, but you know what? I think my mom might want to do this with me. I think she might be able to help me get started with her. Like, I mean, I could have just shut down the call and be like, oh, okay, well, that sucks. Sorry. See you later. Like, call me when you have a different job. But if she wants it bad enough, she's going to figure it out. And of course, that was a perfect opportunity to talk about coaching as well. And so I sent her a little video, and then I'll follow up and see if we hop on and talk a little bit more about that. But you just never know. You can't make up the story for anybody because the people that you think aren't going to hop on or aren't going to do well are going to surprise you. And yeah, you can't make anybody do anything. That's just, unfortunately, we talked about that last week. You just can't do it. So, all right. So I was going to share a little bit about just a conversation I had today with somebody, and then also just a little bit from Friday with Lisa. One thing I think today that I've just kind of learned that I kind of have struggled with for a while is being bold. Like, I think I lost a little bit of my boldness because I remember when I first started coaching, and I've been coaching for 3 years, like on fire. I didn't even care. Like, I don't care if you say no. I don't care if you boo-hoo on the program. Like, I was just like ignorance on fire, just tell everybody. And then what happened was a couple people were like, no, I don't want to do that. Or maybe some people signed up as coaches, and we had one coach that hit manager her first month. I was like, oh, this is awesome. She's going to be so good. She was super cool. Like, I just liked talking with her. Like, and Eileen, both of us were like, oh, she's just awesome. She had a cool, like, East Coast accent. And then next month she just quit. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I just want to make some money. I don't want to do that. And, it was like a punch in the gut. And I feel like that really affected kind of the way I looked at things. So just talking today, I just realized, I'm like, it's got to be bold again. And like, this is too good to just not throw it out and just tell people about it and just not worry about what they think, or because if your heart's coming from the right place, they're going to understand that. And we actually had an old client last night, and I saw her post, and she said something about like, oh, I got to get this weight off. I'm just eating kale the rest of the week. And so I wrote her, and I was like, girl, why are you messing around? Get back on program. Like, nobody wants to eat kale all week. And so she put an order in last night. She's like, you're right. I just need to do it. I'm like, okay, about time, Jessica. Let's go. And I'm going to be offering coaching to her because she would make an awesome coach if she gets her health on track. So a little bit with Lisa, man, that was rough. It was like one of those, it was like John Cougar Mellencamp, like hurt so good, like you're like, oh my gosh, this conversation is so difficult right now, but I know that I need it. Okay. But Lisa has this way of just asking questions. And the kind of thing I wanted to share with you guys is when we're talking to people about their whys, and if it's their coaching why or their Program Y is to definitely just get to that next layer. And sometimes to do that, though, we have to be a little bit vulnerable. And we have to be a little bit more open with our own story and our own journey. And that's something that I kind of struggle with. I kind of struggle being completely open with that. And, so when somebody says like, oh, well, I've just tried everything and I failed. And instead of having some empathy and saying, yeah, me too, I totally understand where you're coming from. A lot of times we want to go, well, let me tell you why this is going to be different. Instead of really getting in to the heart and be like, listen, you're not alone in this. Like, I understand what you're saying. I've been there. Like, I've done all this. And sometimes we just want to skip over that step and we want to get to the quote unquote sale. I know we're not selling, but you know what I mean? We want to be like, yeah, you could do this, instead of going, I hear you. Like, I 100% understand where you're coming from. And I think, Brian, I don't know if we talked about this, Brian, but something called the 5 whys. I don't know if that was you or talking to somebody else. But you just keep saying why. Why is that important? Oh, I want to lose 50 pounds. Why? Well, I'm just kind of uncomfortable and I don't get to play with my kids. Well, why is that important to you? Well, because my mom didn't really play with me a lot and it kind of hurt me and I really wanted her to be around more. And then you just keep going and down the layer a little bit, just to get to that place where people really understand, not so much to close the deal, because that's not what we're about, but I think it's more to build that relationship, but also let somebody know, like, I'm here with you. Like, I truly want to help you. And this is not for me about just getting a client. Yep, peel the onion. It's not for me. This is not just about getting another sale. Like, we're Optavia. Like, our purpose is to help people live a better life. And so that's all I want to say, guys, tonight, is just like, take that extra time, ask those extra questions, and I guarantee you, like, people are going to feel that and feel how much you actually care. And here's the thing, nowadays, it's hard to find somebody that actually wants to listen to you and hear what's going on with you. I mean, have a regular conversation with somebody and see how much they actually listen to you, or they're just waiting for you to stop talking so they can talk. And that's the difference. So that's all I want to share with you guys. Let's be that different type of person that actually cares enough to say, I want to hear what you have to say, and I want to know about you, and I want to help you. All right, that's what I got. We call it good, or if anybody's got anything to add, pop yourself off mute. Otherwise, we'll say, Rick.
I'm gonna jump in for a second.
Okay.
Super congratulations to Brian and Krista on their upcoming new family member. If you guys don't know, that is something that they have struggled with for many years. So getting healthy is hopefully played a big part of this. So super congrats to them.
Love it.
Thank you.
Now everybody can cry.
Yes.
I'm crying again. Way to go.
Yep.
I never want to hear you give me crap about being the crier again. I'm just saying.
I just get really misty and can't talk. It's fine.
You passed the torch. You have duplicated that, Tabitha.
Oh yeah, because I cry a lot too now. Thanks.
That was my fault?
Well,
Yeah.
That's great.
blame Adam. Let's just
Love
blame
it.
Adam now to say, Jason, it's all your fault because you did this. It's fine.
True. I'm
Okay.
actually.
Yeah, you didn't give me a choice in coaching. I'm just saying this is all your fault.
This is true. Like I've said before, the only person that I've actually forced to coach was Tabitha. It wasn't just me, though. It was other people saying, too bad, you have to coach.
They kind of
Surprised
did.
we didn't actually have to order your kit for you, but at least you
Tabitha
did.
did order my damn near. So just saying.
Yeah.
She forced me to. It's fine.
And it was
Hey.
the best decision I have ever made for you.
For you.
Yep. Oh, perfect. Hey, Justine, how you doing?
Where is
I'm
she?
good. How are you guys?
We're
Justine.
good. We're good. Awesome. For anybody, I think everybody would know to go to convention, but if not, here's a convention plug. Go to convention. There you go. That was my plug. All right. I think we're gonna call it good. We got 8 o'clock. Thank you all for hopping on. Good to see all of you. Love
It's
doing
work.
life with everybody.
Later.
Have a great week.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, Patrick.